To sleep, perchance to dream. There's the rub, for in that sleep of death what dreams may come.
The first thing I do almost every morning is wake up. I think exposure to light really helps wake me up in the morning, so I open up the blinds and turn on my lights. Once my lights are on, I like to remake my bed and put on my slippers, before I sit and silently reflect about my day ahead.
I find that pajamas are amongst the best garments for slumber. Before I retire to my sleeping quarters, I freshen up by attending to my oral hygiene and removing my eyes.
Once I've silently expelled most of the existential dread from my mind, it is finally time to attack the day. I am a firm believer that one must look their best to be at their best, so I make my commute to my bathroom for my cosmetic routine.
I like to relax at the end of my day by doing some light reading. And by watching a little television.
My morning routine has been perfected over many years and has been meticulously crafted to include no wasted motion. If I really wanted to, I could talk about my cosmetics for hours. But in the interest of time, I will summarize by saying that I put my contacts in and brush my teeth.
The dog eats dinner at 6, so she usually starts staring at me a little after 5. There is no need to walk you through the entire feeding process. Just know that I often eat my own supper around the same time.
I like to take the journey into the living room where I open up those blinds as well. I love natural light, the concept, not the beer. I'm a little bit more sophisticated than that. I pretty much only drink Coors now. But anyway, the sun's light almost brings a smile to my face, an impossible task before I've had my morning coffee.
One of my favorite things to do when I'm gross and sweaty is to take a shower. I take my physical fitness extremely seriously. In the colder months, I like to ride an indoor bicycle to improve my cardio.
Now, if I'm being honest, I don't have coffee every morning. Part of that is because I think I do a pretty nice job of waking up naturally most mornings. But part of it is also because I have a bit of a tummy issue, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But anyway, when I feel like I need that little extra boost or I had a bad night of sleep the night before, I will pour myself a cup of joe.
The family dog loves food and often struggles to contain her excitement. Her special maize bowl is designed to slow her down while she's eating so she doesn't choke herself. She also suffers from a bit of a weight problem, so we replace a portion of her lunch with an apple. I try to keep my distance from her while she eats. When she is finished, I check to make sure that her bowl is empty. Oh no, in my haste, I cut a few apple slices to large, and they've gotten stuck in her bowl. What a tragedy. It's a damn good thing I can use my opposable thumbs and superior intelligence to remove them.
I've actually got a pretty nice coffee setup at the house. We have this jug here that allows you to dispense coffee right into whatever cup, bowl, mug, or whatever receptacle you have. Makes it very easy. But coffee does tend to give my stomach some issues, as I mentioned before. And I'm not exactly sure if that's because of the coffee or because of the cream. But in any event, I have been experimenting with some alternatives to traditional coffee creamers. One thing I found that's worked well for me is High Noon, which does exactly as it is intended to do, which is take me directly to that noon feeling. I take one sip of my morning coffee and I immediately feel like it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. But of course, me having a sweet tooth, I can't help myself, so I do often top my coffee with a little bit of whipped cream.
On this particular day, I did not eat breakfast, so my lunch came a little before noon. To suppress my hunger, I warmed up some shepherd's pie that I whipped up the night before. Unlike Heinz Cookery, I actually make myself meals from time to time. This shepherd's pie really hit the spot. Yummy.
Once I've poured myself my morning joe, I head into the office. The first thing I like to do there is check my voicemail.
Hey man, it's your roommate, Johnny. I just wanted to tell you that you are a really cool guy.
Hey, dog, it's Elon. Look, the best I'm going to be able to do is 5 billion.
Hello, Owen. I'd like to play a game. For years you have used your smarts, humor, and dashing good look.
Good morning, Owen. It's the Cubes. I finally tried High Noon in my coffee, Suey Mama.
Hey, it's Leo. Thanks again for the skincare tips. They're really starting to pay dividends.
Hi, Owen, it's DT. Do you have any funny nickname ideas for Vivek? Give me a ring when you have the chance.
I really hope you aren't ducking my calls, you dumb son of a bitch. You better hope that the cops find you before I do.
While I am in love with the grind, I do sometimes take breaks from my work. During these breaks, you can find me doing things such as shooting the breeze with my roommates. Listening to my favorite music at my desk. And on occasion, staring endlessly into the void.
I think of myself as a tenacious and single-minded worker whose only goal is to get the job done in the most efficient way possible. The days are long and grueling, but knowing that I am making a real difference makes it all worth it. Whenever I feel like I want to quit, I just remember that success is not owned.
It's leased, and rent is due every day.